Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. So we've got like puzzle pieces kind of laid out. This was one of the very first molds I bought last year when I got back into doing resin. And it's a box that you put together and it has a lid that lifts and closes. So after I made this, I'm like, this would be pretty like on a box. So I'm going through and I'm like, what do I have that's big enough? So I think this would be like pretty on the top of the cover. And, you know, I might grab some of my other flowers or whatever. I'll see how it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it this light purple. I'm going to make the box this color. And I'm going to put some of the interference violet into it. So I've not mixed this combination before, so I don't know how it's going to mix. I have no clue, and I didn't want to pour these with water and then try to get them dry and all that. So I've mixed up 16 ounces. Well, it's mixing up as we speak. I'm using my Let's Resin, the big one. So I am just, it's got one more spin on it, and then we're gonna mix the color in. And we'll see kind of what color we get. I might end up adding a little bit of the purple that we did this in, which is this metallic. So yeah, I don't know. And I'm reusing a cup that I've used like 3 or 4 times for just clear resin, but it's starting to get kind of built up. I didn't wash it every time, I just let it dry. So I'm gonna mix it right in there, and we'll just see what kind of color that we can come up with. So that is our plan. And then my other thought was we could put some like washi tape or PET stickers or something once, you know, we get this box together. We'll have to see when it comes together. It's, like I said, it's been over a year since I've used this. So, yeah, I am not 100% sure, but we're going to give this a go. So when I first got it, it came out pretty good. I didn't glue it because I was still really green and I wasn't sure of, you know, how things worked and what you could use and all that. But now that I have a clue on what I'm doing and I've glued things before, we are gonna just see if we can make a pretty box because it's actually fairly large. I do know I got this on Amazon, but I don't remember what it's called, and if I can find it, I will put it in the description below. So I'm just gonna, I'm scooping as much as I can off. This is the Let's Resin epoxy resin. Okay, so I just stuck that in the other container. So let's go ahead and, well, see, I have not even used this color, so we are sticking with our theme of trying new things. All right, so I know this is going to need a lot, because like I said, there's 16 ounces of resin in this jug. So I'm just gonna start getting it stirred around. I thought about separating it before I mix the color, but I didn't want to do that because then trying to get your colors to be exact is really, really difficult. So that is really a pretty purple. So, oh, my nose itches. Okay, so I'm just gonna get some of the interference. I think that's a good amount. I'm gonna mix it some more. I'm gonna try and find a bigger stick. And so I don't know if this is gonna give it a lighter or a darker swirl, but we're about to find out. Let's see. This might be a little bit better. At least it's a little bit harder. And that might not even do anything. But either way, it's gonna be a really, really pretty purple. Okay. So I'm just trying to make sure I get like around the edges and the bottom. And it might be a little bit transparent, but I think I'm okay with that color. Are these gonna match or clash though? That is the problem. That is the problem. Well, I guess we're just gonna go with it and see. Right? Worst case scenario, then I gotta find something different to put on the top or decorate it different. So I'm gonna get the two, this is the bottom and this is the top. So let's get some poured. Oh, that's pretty. And I'm not gonna go right to the top. I wanna get that thin coat on the bottom so that I can go around my edges. All right. And I'm going to use the other end. Just because I didn't have any bubbles in the first one that I did, but I don't want to take any chances. So we're just gonna and I'll just go back and forth until we get them filled. So I am going to give it a spray so we can just start popping some of the bubbles. And this is a fairly thin resin, so it's gonna degas pretty good. And I can't remember, I know I didn't dome it, but but these pieces that you put together sometimes work better if you don't dome them. So I'm just trying to make sure that they are at the top. And then we will end up gluing them together. Guys, I'm gonna have to make up more resin here. Wow. So I made up 16 and I've got 4 left. 4. Oh. Yeah. And I see something in that. And I just wiped these out too with tape. So I guess we're gonna, so I'm gonna definitely have to mix up more. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get a little bit in the bottoms. So if the color doesn't match, the outsides will match. Wow. Go around just making sure we got no bubbles. All right. So if 4 did those, I'm gonna need a little bit more. So I'm thinking if I make 4 more ounces, I should, I should be good. All right, because then I need to add at least another ounce in these. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'll put you on a pause. I'm gonna get 4 or 5 more ounces mixed up and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got it mixed up. It's almost, I'm just hand mixing this one. Just because it's, so there are going to be a lot more bubbles in here, but I'm hoping because they're thin, they should degas fine. So let's get and see if we can get our colors the same. That's always the issue. Let me start with that. And I'll get this kind of mixed in and see where we're at. I'm still going to add the interference just because I added it to the first batch. Not that it's really going to do any different, but if we have it in one, we better have it in all, right? So that looks pretty similar. So I maybe would have had to add a lot more, but to give it the interference, but I I think I'll be good. So I guess a good way to test it is, we definitely need more. Since we already had a drop there, I'm like, okay, we might as well just see. I want to get as close as possible. So I'll just put this on the other side, and then I'll just scoop it with my little scooper, and we will see. Okay, so we're good there. All right. And I'll just scoop it up like that. Okay, let's get these little babies sprayed. And I see a hair in here. All right. So all right, so I did mix up 5 ounces. So let me just doing the same thing. I'm just going around the edges. Pour a little bit more on these. Because like I said, I want them to the top. Maybe not necessarily domed, but I want them full. That one's a little domed. This one definitely needs some more. Okay, that one's a little bit domed as well. The back end is, not this end. Bubble there. Okay, this one definitely don't need any more. I'm glad I went with the 5 because I think I would have been a little short with 4. I'm kind of trying to use my stick because I don't want them to overflow, but yeah, I want them to be full. This one could use a little bit more. Because I want the pieces to fit together good. And I'd like them snug, even though I am going to be gluing them. Wow, guys. I guess I didn't realize how much resin this took. Okay. So, now we just wait and demold. So yeah, I will be back on demold. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, these are all nice and cured. Now, hopefully they fit and we can get this little, it's not a little box, it's actually a fairly big box. The one thing with this is it demolds beautifully because it's all flat. Oh my goodness gracious. I was up most of the night with my hands itching so bad. Oh my word. So these are the sides. Well, yeah, because these, I think these are the front and back. And that's gorgeous. I'm still not sure that flower thing is gonna work color-wise. No bubbles, guys. Yay. All right, so that's the bottom. This is the lid. And I'm just going to, and nope, I'm gonna do it after it's hardened because it's still a little too soft. All right. Now, if I can remember, so I think it kind of goes like this. Okay, and it's still a little bendy, but that's why I wanted to get it together while it was still bendy. Oh, that one went right in. Okay, now, if I can remember right, we have to put this in as we put this piece. And so I can get, if I can get one side in, there we go. And that's just a smidge. All right, get that in. There we go. So, and then that goes like that. I'm gonna get this other side started. Yeah, baby. And this goes in the front. And then I will just glue it, but, oh. And there we have it. Our beautiful box with our lid that works. So, I don't know. I don't know if I like the color. I don't know. Wish you guys were here to be able to tell me. Got something on here already. So maybe that would be cute. Gluing that in the front just to give it a little something. That's too small for the top, but that kind of looks good on the front. Let's see. See, that's how that would look on the front. So we got no bubbles, which is good. So, I have made these little balls, whatever you want to call them. Is that one the same size? Okay. So what I was thinking of doing is using these as like little feet, so it's lifted up off of, you know, up off the ground. So I guess I gotta just start by trying to get this thing glued together, because that way when everything sets up, then I can play around with, you know, some different little options. And maybe I'll just put the brooch in the front. Who knows? I don't know. So let me get my E6000. And And I don't know if I even want to attempt to, you know, put any rhinestones or anything on the top. All right, so or do I just try to UV it? No, because it needs some on the sides as well. All right. So I am just going to run a small bead there. Sorry guys, I know my head's probably in your way. Okay. Sorry, I'm out of frame. Make sure that's straight. Yeah. Now, our box is nice and glued. Of course, I have glue on my finger. So this is a decent sized box, guys. And I'm gonna flip this over. First, let me But I got no trimming at all, guys, so yay. And because these little balls have that little indent, it's a good little area to get the glue in. This one's getting thick, so I'm gonna probably open my new one. This one's pretty old. There. And then we let that dry. That's pretty much the same color. No, those are too close to the same. I'm gonna see what I have for like little ones. Black. So none of these colors go. That doesn't go. That actually looks pretty. That looks pretty too. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with this one. Oh. I want to keep it on its feet. But oh. What if I did that? Put this on the front. That's too big. And that way it would match the feet. Put something in the, just in the front. I don't know. What I should have done was made one to match, but I wasn't thinking of that. What to do, what to do, because I just don't think, I don't know. I just don't think that purple, those two purples go together now. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't. All right, so you know what? I think less is more. I think I'm just gonna put a flower on the front of the box. But which one? Which one? No, not that one. Maybe that one. That one, maybe. Oh, choices, choices. I think we're going to go with that one. I like that one the best. Okay. And there we have our little jewelry box. So, I mean, we could like embellish the top. We could do all kinds of things, but I think I'm just going to leave it like this. And, you know, if somebody wanted something added to the top, I could totally do that. You know, we could actually even do something like that on the top. Too bad this wasn't a different color. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think we should do. If we should leave the top, you know, even that's kind of cute. But if it was for an adult, then they might not want that. But I have to leave this like this until this dries, guys. So, all right, so that concludes this video, guys, and I will see you on the next one. We didn't even have any extras in this one, huh? Cool. All right, so I'm going to let this box set up, and I will get you some final pics. Bye, guys.